Skip it up and that up.
So man, today is the day of Sony gloom and doom. Michael Pachter is at it again. He's the Wedbush Securities analyst. I've talked about him 1,000 times before. And he's talking about the Vita. And he's saying things aren't looking too good. That's an understatement. Basically what he said is last year the Vita sold 4.2 million units, which isn't enough. He says that the Vita business can't be sustained on selling 4 million units a year. Sure, Sony's internal studios are going to work on Vita games, but he thinks the Vita is going to die a slow, painful death. And you know what? I hate saying it as much as I loved that device and gave it a stellar review. I agree with him. Here's why. Now, actually before I even show what I was about to show, you know what? God bless Nintendo. They totally proved me wrong with the 3DS. They did a bunch of things right with it. You know, they still kept the games that the casual audience wants. They made it more accessible, meaning you could, at least the 3DS, not the 2DS, you could fold it up, plop it in your pocket, flip it open and take it out, so you don't have to worry about carrying it in a case like you do with the Vita. And it's much more appealing to the younger market than the Vita is. And kids are gobbling it up. And people who were into the DS, who were casual, still enjoy the 3DS because there's those games out there that appeal to people. Sony, on the other hand, is trying to still go for that hardcore market with the Vita. And when I owned one, as fantastic as it was, when you were sitting there playing Killzone, which is beautiful on the Vita, it's the most impressive portable game I've ever seen, you're just thinking to yourself, I wish I was just playing this on the PS4 or the PS3. You know, because as an adult, which they kind of marketed the Vita more towards, you're not going to have, I live in upstate New York. I'm driving. I'm all over the place. I'm doing a bunch of different things. I'm not going to sit there and, you know, when I'm home and be like, oh man, instead of playing on my, 40-inch TV, I'm going to play on a little Vita. And when I'm out and about and I do have the time, you know what I'm going to do? This is my Samsung Galaxy Note 3. This thing is a gaming beast. Modern Combat 4 with the Moga Pro controller. I'm not trying to advertise anything here. I'm just being real with you. One, it runs Modern Combat 4 at 60 frames per second. And two, these controls are spot on. And you could play online. It's like playing Call of Duty on your phone. It's unbelievable. Asphalt 8 looks like an Xbox 360 and PS3 game. The graphics are there. All right, there's a whole bunch of other games I have on the phone too. I have Rayman on the phone. I can't even think. I have so many damn games on this phone as I almost drop it on the floor. But you get what I'm saying. When I'm out and about and I do have those little moments, I want to play that quick pick up and play game, which even those games are a little more hardcore. You can do that with. I don't need a Vita. And the graphics on this thing are pretty damn close to the Vita, if not at the same level with that, oh God, who makes the chip in here? I can't think of. Qualcomm Snapdragon 800 chipset in here. I don't know what market Sony was going after. Now Forbes, in the article that I got this information from, they're saying, okay, maybe they could sell the Vita as an accessory. And I use Vita, I had the Vita long enough to try the remote play. And it's just, again, if I'm at my house or even if you have Wi-Fi somewhere else, you know the connection. Until we have Wi-Fi running at like 30 gigabits per second everywhere, that's not an ideal thing. And when you're home, why the hell, at least to me, like I don't need to play a game so bad though and I'm going to pinch a loaf. I need to have my Vita with me to finish playing Battlefield 4. I could kind of see, if you have a bunch of kids and you want to watch TV and you only have one TV in your living room and your kids want to play a game on the PS4, but really, what household, especially with how cheap HD TVs are now, what household only has one TV and the PS4 has to be on that TV? No, they're going to have, if parents bought their kid a PlayStation 4, they're going to have it in the kid's room hooked up to a TV. So even a younger kid isn't going to want to play PlayStation 4 via remote play. So, the Vita is a beautiful device. I have nothing, as a piece of hardware, I have nothing negative to say about it. I just don't think, especially now with powerful super smartphones, and now with Tegra's K1, I think it's called. Don't quote me on that. I just thought of that off the top of my head. That new chipset that's actually more powerful than the 7th generation consoles, the PS3 and Xbox 360. I just don't see a place for it. If I could have a Tegra phone, my next phone, that actually has better graphics than the Vita, the Xbox 360, and PS3, what's the point? What is the point? All right, guys, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you still think the Vita has a chance, even though it's been out for a couple of years and it's still struggling? Are you looking to buy one, or do you think it's going to actually be doomed like Michael Pachter said? Make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for supporting Review Tech USA. Have a good one.